You're watching a B.A.S.S. presentation.
Good Friday morning to you here at the Lippert Bassmaster Elite on Lake Martin, Alexander City, Alabama. Day 2 is kicking off in just a few minutes. We've got 101 anglers fishing this week and this season. Takeoff starts in 15 minutes at Wind Creek State Park, and boy, what a tight tournament we have. I think the lead from first to second is wider margin than people expected, but the weights down the leaderboard are about as tight as they can get. State of Alabama is hosting our first 2 Elite Series events this year. We were about an hour and a half, 2 hours north at Lake Guntersville. Got off the beaten path a little bit down here in the southeast corner of Alabama to Lake Martin, and Alexander City is our takeoff host this week. Saw a lot of largemouth, a lot of spotted bass get caught, and we saw a couple big bite windows. I got Mike Sukon and Tommy Sanders here in studio joining us, and Tommy, man, the weights down the leaderboard are about as tight as they get. We got ties all across the leaderboard, even for the cut spot in 50th. But here's our top 10 leaving the dock after day 1. It took 11 pounds, 15 ounces. Far greater number for 10th than we thought probably when we left the show yesterday.
Absolutely. And what's amazing is how far number 1 is separated from number 10. I think we had it closer than that by a factor of 3 at Lake Guntersville last week. So we're comparing Guntersville to this place. It's really a different set of criterion here. But let's look at what we saw yesterday, starting with Will Davis.
Yeah, Will Davis, man, we saw one of the biggest fish kick off early in the morning. The first fish of the day on Bass Track, a 3 1/4 for Will Davis. Really set the tone for his day. After that, just solid limit fish, a couple decent spotted bass. He's in our top 20 after day 1, representing well on maybe not his exact home pond, but one that is not far from home for sure.
Certainly knows this place like he knows just about all the lakes in Alabama. It was fun to be with Will on this day, and certainly wouldn't count him out today. I wouldn't count anybody out today. It is so close.
We saw some guys using this method, the spinning rod, out in more offshore, deeper water for spotted bass, but we saw him utilize a flat-sided crankbait around shallow stumps and rock and clay, and so I think that'll be something to keep an eye on for these anglers as well. Easton Fothergill, man, struggle of a day up until we said, hey, the show is done at 2 o'clock, Tommy, and from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, Easton Fothergill, he really replaced every fish in his bag to be able to be in 7th place after day 1.
Yeah, yesterday was a learning experience for us because we listened to these 6 anglers we were with all day long, and all of them said it is going to heat up in the last hour and beyond of the day, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, Easton Fothergill, one of those guys who benefited from the afternoon bite. We know some others are going to get started early this morning fast. Brock Mosley's one of those hoping to keep his lead and start strong on Friday morning.
All right, everybody, morning of day 2 here on Lake Martin. Man, this lake is tough. It's a grinder. It's not a grinder to catch fish, it's a grinder to catch any kind of quality. You know, 3-pounder's a unicorn here, and I was real fortunate to have 3 over 3 pounds yesterday and a couple more solid ones to go with it. So we're just gonna put our head down. I can't expect to duplicate 15 pounds on this lake. So the goal is to go out there and see if we can catch 10 pounds today, keep us in contention, and maybe run into a couple good ones. Who knows? I mean, first thing I got to do is make Saturday. I mean, it's not a slam dunk. I mean, I have weighed in 5 fish limit for 4 pounds 12 ounces here, so we got to go out there and you know, see if we can run into a couple good ones and make the weekend, and then then we'll worry about winning.
Day number 2 here at Lake Martin. Had a really good day yesterday. I was very fortunate. Caught 2 really big ones for this place. I had, I think, like almost 4-pounder and a 3 1/2. So those are really big. Kind of got lucky with them. Caught 1 sight fishing and 1 on a point. So we're gonna have to keep everything honest, and hopefully we can figure something out. I'm thinking that maybe fishing a little bit shallower than everybody else, like on these points and stuff, might be something, but we got to keep the docks honest too, because I did catch a couple on the docks later in the day. We got a long day today. We're not doing until like 4:30, so we should have like the best time for dock fishing this afternoon. But we're gonna run down the lake, start down there for a little while, run up here, fishing here for a little while, and then probably run back down the lake and just kind of feel it out, see what the day does, and go from there.
from what I've noticed, I mean, there's fish everywhere in Lake Martin. That's one thing that's a fact. But the biggest ones definitely want to be shallow right now. I think it's warming up the fastest, especially in these sunny days. And you know, that rock and clay, it holds a lot of heat overnight. So I've got 2 or 3 different patterns I can run if I need to. I got some fish found really, really deep, but I'm in position to potentially win this tournament after day 1, so I'm going to fish for big ones. You have to against these guys, so I'm going to stay shallow all day and just try to catch a big bag. But, you know, it's going to be a pretty day. There should be more and more fish coming. I'm catching them where they're going. And it should get better and better every day, honestly. I think, you know, by day 4, you might see some of the biggest bags. So, you know, it's just about being consistent out here, so hopefully today I can go back it up.
There's Cole Sands. He's one of our top 3 anglers. But Tommy, the story we talked about, look at that, 32nd, 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 because they're all tied at 10-10. This is from 30th down through, I believe we're going to scroll through 60th at some point. But those weights, Tommy, from 10th to 50th, it's 1 pound and 14 ounces for 40 spots. So 1 3-pounder for someone in our top 60 can put them in contention, like Cole Sands said, to win the tournament.
Guntersville is not Lake Martin, but Lake Martin is beloved in the state of Alabama, and you just explained one of the reasons for tournament fishing, for tournament fishermen. You always feel like you got a chance. Everything is so tight here. It gives you hope.
Yes, absolutely gives you hope. For guys that are like Buddy Gross, first guy not with 10 pounds yesterday, still have hope because they said, hey, I didn't even have a good day. If I can get one of those quality fish, I'm fishing tomorrow. If I can get one of those on Saturday, I may finish in the top 15 in this tournament. We saw Hank Cherry at Guntersville last week, 64th on day 1, 34th on day 2, jumps to 6th and wins the tournament. Someone can have a progression like that at Martin and be in this game on Sunday.
Well, all of our anglers, not all of them, but many of those who did well yesterday were saying on stage, hey, I think they're coming. I think they are on their way. Gives all of us hope. And we're hoping for a great show today. I think we're going to get one. Our day 2 coverage begins just around the corner, top of the hour, as a matter of fact, on Bassmaster.com and Roku. Progressive Bassmaster Elite Series, Lippert Elite Second Stop. Series for 2026, and we will see you moments away.